Number 10, surprise contest winning. Congratulations, you are today's BMW sports car winner. Pay the customs clearance fee to get it to your home. This is how scammers send emails to the victims or call over the phone. You'll be shocked if I told you how many people have fallen into this trap. Most of these emails demand payment for you to redeem the gift. That is how scammers make money. No lottery or contest winner has to pay a fee to collect their prize. Some of these traps appear as pop-up advertisements claiming to be Amazon gift cards, but those are money-stealing traps. Most of the time, clicking the pop-ups will land you in a trap. Everything begins with a message, so be careful. Number 9, adjustable rate mortgage. Most mortgage rates come in two types: fixed rate mortgage and adjustable rate mortgage. A fixed rate means that your interest stays the same for several years, and a variable rate is also called an adjustable rate because the amount of interest you have to pay can change over time. No matter how long your mortgage term is, you should never agree to an adjustable rate mortgage. Getting a mortgage with an adjustable rate is like playing with snakes because we don't know when the mortgage rates will become high and bite you. So always choose the best option. Your fixed rate mortgage is always the best option. So at least you'll know you're paying a fixed amount and won't be surprised by rising mortgage rates in the future. Number 8, no down payment and no interest plans. We use the no down payment and no interest plans when we can't save. It seems a great way to buy things with little money up front and pay them in installments. Most of the time, you'll pay more for an item you could have purchased for less if you had saved up for it. Then companies will take your money and your wealth is shifted to some loan company. So how can you avoid falling into this kind of trap? The only way to do this is to buy something when your wallet tells you to. But if you can't wait, it's a good idea to compare prices first. Be sure you're paying a fair price for your item. Second, start saving money as soon as you get the thing. Don't wait until the deadline. Number 7, free trial for the premium tool. The scariest trap is one that makes someone think there are no risks. Companies have been giving free trials for a few years so that you can try their premium services for free. Sometimes these companies want you to sign up for their services, not because you'll like them, but because they want your payment information first. So if you don't pay attention and the term ends, your card will be charged for things you don't want. 90% of the time, it happens to everyone, and most of the time, the monthly costs after the trial are much higher, and they will charge your account. The worst thing is you won't even be able to get your money back. So please stay away from free trials unless you set the alarm to remind you when it's time to cancel. If not, it's best to avoid some headaches you don't want. Number 6, rent a car. Most people are thinking about getting a fancy car to impress someone or make their neighbor jealous because no one wants to be in a regular vehicle. Instead, they like to drive the expensive BMW sports car and want to be the center of attention. But down the line, it will make you stay in the debt trap. So don't rent a car if you can afford to buy it. Leasing a luxury car or other item can be one of the most expensive things you do. And leasing is always bad for a person's finances, even though it is cheaper than buying. It means you're falling for a lifestyle trap and spending more money on looking good than you can afford. You can only avoid these traps if you spend money on what you need rather than what you want. Never overspend your budget. Before I show you the more exciting and valuable frugal living tips, please hit the like button, and if you find the video useful at any point, subscribe to encourage my efforts. Thank you. Number 5, instant loans or payday loans. This is one of the most dangerous ways to lose money. One will end up paying a massive amount of interest on that loan. I know life can be challenging. We've all had financial problems and we need money to solve them. At this point, instant loan companies come into action with their money trap. They will give you the money you need to get out of trouble, but you have to pay back half the money quickly. Imagine that you need $1,000 and you end up paying $1,500 after a couple of days. It's theft. So if you need money quickly, sell some things you don't need or ask your best friend. It will help you for sure. Number 4, student debt. What do you do if you want to go to college but don't have enough money? You've asked the government for a loan to pay for school, right? You're doing it for your future. Student loans are outstanding because they allow most students who wouldn't have been able to go to college. But it turns out to be the most giant trap. You can be in debt for the rest of your life. You may still have to pay for your education loan even after 10 years. You can avoid falling into these traps by trying to find ways to get student scholarships or go to a college that won't break the bank. This way, you could save thousands on your education and graduate with no debt. Number 3, not investing. It's not a secret that it's wise to start investing as soon as possible for your future. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be financially free and the value of your investments will start to grow faster and faster. Even though this is widely known, many people put off investing for various reasons. Some people don't invest because they want to enjoy life before they're too old. Some people know they should invest, but they decide to worry about it later and put it off. The best way to ensure you're on the right track might be to pay yourself first and save a part of every paycheck. Once you make this a habit, you will be surprised after knowing how much money you've saved. It will be much easier for you to have a comfortable retirement. Number 2, credit cards. When you use credit cards and think you're saving money, but actually you're spending more. When a new customer signs up for a credit card, the company is brilliant at giving them something for free. With credit cards, we're spending more than our purchasing power allows, which will blow our budget. So, how can we keep this from happening? First, make sure you only have one credit card in case of an emergency. If you don't use any other credit cards, cancel them. Second, you should only buy the things you need. And third, pay off all your credit card debt and don't let it roll over. With these few tips, you can ensure you don't end up with huge credit card debt. Make sure that your budget is always less than your income and that you always stick to it. Number 1, working for less than you are worth. It's common for employers to pay their workers less than they should. They are trying to get people to work for as little as possible. People say that employers pay just enough to keep their workers from leaving. If they get a raise, it is only 3 to 5%, which is lesser than the rate of inflation. So, if you're not being paid what you're worth, getting a job elsewhere could give you a big raise. But if you like where you work, you should ask for a raise politely and always be ready to find a new job if your boss won't pay you what you're worth, even though changing jobs can be challenging and inconvenient. Do you want to know how to become rich? Then follow the best and smartest frugal living tips from one of the wealthiest people in the world by clicking on the playlist shown here. Friends, I hope you got to learn something from this video. Please subscribe and hit the like button for more content like this. Thank you for giving your valuable time.